Good morning, welcome back to Casa.texpina. We're on build day number 139. It's Wednesday, that means Bali day. Nothing like a little extra cash to get you through the rest of the week. Get you over that big hump day. Painter's here, he's doing a little skim coat on the Cenepa. The rest of the labor crew is here. We've got skim coating, we've got wall cladding, we've got plaster coating. I'm expecting the Welders and the Tinsmiths to be here shortly. So once everybody gets into place, I will walk you around and show you what everybody's working on. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we got a little bit of work going on the fence post this morning. So yesterday I showed you they were putting the caps on, and they're still doing that on the side. I'll get there in a minute. This is Mr. Willie. He's working on doing the plaster coating, the rendering of the fence post. So we're going to make them just a little bit wider. See if you can see here where his plumb bob is. So that's going to tell him where his points need to be for making this thing a little bit wider and straight up and down. You got to make sure it's level. All right, so we're going to continue on around. Coming around to the front of the building, you can see Mr. Jojo is on the front porch and he's continuing to work the mitering, the miter cutting for the stone wall that we had yesterday, and he's going to continue on this side of the column. And right here we got Mr. Carlito, and he's working on capping these fence posts. So what they're doing there is they've already cut down, they've measured and cut down the tops of the excess rebar that was up here. They're still going to work on this guy. Then they're going to make the cap up here to where it's even with the top of this fence grill, or at least this edge of the fence grill. Okay, they're going to pour this with concrete, get it all nice and leveled out. Then they're going to come back and do the rendering that you saw Mr. Willie doing over on the other side, and they're going to do this all the way around for each of the posts. So back here on the patio area, we got Mr. Alex and Mr. Allen continuing to do the wall cladding with the fiber cement board here on the patio. So they've worked all the way around from the front of the building, around the side of the master suite, come all the way around here. Now they're starting to work for the patio area, and they'll continue their march around the building, going clockwise. Yes, they're going clockwise. All right, let's go see where everybody else is at. I know we got some guys that are upstairs doing plaster coating. Let's go take a look. All right, so coming up the stairs into the attic, got Mr. Pablo up here with a nice sized volcano, mortar mix going. So he's got that working for all of these guys out here. We've got Mr. Ben, and over on this side, Mr. Jericho. So Mr. Jericho and Mr. Ben are playing the high wire act today, continuing with the plaster coating on the exterior of the attic. So we will be watching them via drone footage a little later on. Also up here working out of the attic is Mr. Jerome, also helping with the plaster coat while making the mortar mix. And as we come down the stairs, Mr. Joel is up here around the corner, finishing up a little bit of work from yesterday afternoon. Coming back down into the main part of the house, into the master hallway. Our #1 skim coat guy, Mr. Wilson, is over here. Working his skim coat magic over here. So we're gonna smooth it all out, make it nice and flush and level, fill in all those holes. And last but not least, for the general labor crew, we have Mr. Marvin, Mr. Romy, and Mr. Ramirez out here, and they're going to do a rough coat finish on the exterior of our fence wall. If I can say anything to new home builders, prospective home builders, if you're building a house and there's not anybody next to you yet, do yourself a favor and go ahead and at least do a rough coat finish. Do a rough coat finish in here on the exterior of your fence wall. It'll look better, it'll be more professional finish, and you'll also help protect your investment of this fence wall. We had a boo-boo. These are our two plumber guys. They're back on site to start doing a little bit of rework and repairs and connections. We had a boo-boo. One of their supply lines is supposed to be coming from the dirty kitchen and coming out here to be connected into the rest of the water loop around the house. Oops, we accidentally covered it up. It didn't get extended out to the end like the drain lines did for the air conditioning. Slight oversight, so good thing the concrete's still a little soft. So they found the line now, and they're gonna chisel it out all the way to the end, and we'll have a little bit of a repair underneath with the concrete. So just my two welders today. We got Mr. Mavic and Mr. Joseph. They're continuing with the bracing that's coming across here, and they're putting the bracing in between these floor joists, just to make sure, again, make sure that they don't turn one way or the other, because if you don't put anything in between them, they're a little flexible. So this makes them a little bit more sturdy, easier to walk on, and support weight. All right, so the small correction has been made. We've got the extension for the kitchen drain lines and the extension for the water supply line going into the kitchen areas. So this is going to feed both the dirty kitchen and the regular kitchen. Same thing with the sewer line or the drain line here. It's going to be the drain line from just the two kitchen areas. So no black water here, just gray water. Our Tinsmiths have been cruising along this morning. They started out on the back of the house, above the patio, or actually on the corner of the master bedroom. Let me go show you where they started out at this morning. So they started out on this corner right here. So they've been coming up this way and turned the corner, coming down the south side here. They're making some good speed. All right, so during lunch, the owner of the ironworks or tinsmith guys, Mr. Dante, came by, delivered some more gutter pieces. So they're going to start joining these together like they did before. So they're going to do that out here. Nice big open space, and should be in a little bit of shade here for a little while. The other thing he brought in was valley gutters. So these are going to go down the valleys, say like way over there above the master suite, where you've got the hip roof that comes out, that valley where the two roof edges meet. This is going to go right down the middle of that, and so this is going to go in first, and then they're going to put the roofing over it when it gets here. From what they're telling me, this is the color of our roofing. So it's supposed to be a dark gray. So this is what the color of the roofing is going to be. Little bit by little bit. Keep crossing your fingers and holding your breath. All right, so our little fix-it job has been completed, and they went ahead and covered this back up with some more. They repacked the dirt back in there and a little bit of excess gravel. Put it all back in, covered it back up with concrete. Back to good as new. What it is, we've now got the extension out here for the stub out for the cold water loop, and a little bit below grade level right here is the drain line for our kitchen. So all gray water, don't have to worry about solids in this one. And also continuing up above the dirty kitchen area is the Ben & Jerry's rendering company. So we got Mr. Ben, Mr. Red Horse over here. And Mr. Jericho is they're taking care of the plaster coat on the exterior of the attic, the media room up there. Mr. Wilson's been busy. Man, look at all this skim coat. Somebody's in high gear today. They're moving. So again, like I said before, this is only the first coat. So first coat goes on really easy. The next hard part is they got to go back behind all this and sand it down. So see where you got like rough spots like right here? You got all this, you still got some rough spots. Yeah, they're gonna come back in and sand all this. They gotta sand it down, smooth it out, and do it again. Making a lot of noise up there. All right, so Mr. JoJo's out here, and he has got the 2 front porch columns tiled on the front. Got the stone cladding. So what he's working on now is going down a little bit below the porch level, around the outside, the 2 outside edges, so that we got that extension going into the ground level. All right, so Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Alex over here are doing the getting ready to do the fine cement coat on these fence posts. So we got this one just about up to size. This one's got a little bit more work to do, but so they're going to get this one up to size. Once they got it up to size, then they'll start putting the smooth cement on it. Give it that nice smooth finish here so it's ready for skim coat and paint. All right, I found the source of all the noise. The welders are up here putting the bracing up against the wall, so that once they get it tight, they put it down in place, hammer it in spot, make sure that it fits, and then they're tack welding it in place. They'll come back with the long welds that I call them. They call it a full, I think the technical term, thank you Mr.
Ramon Rogel,
told me, it's called a full weld. Hey, you see what I see over my shoulder? Yay! This was only supposed to be a 15% chance today. So I'm guessing weather's not an exact science. Kind of like a weather out the door kind of thing, or toe out the door kind of thing. Oh well, we'll have to wait this out a little bit. It's got some nice thunder clouds to it, or some thunder boomers. So you hear it every once in a while, you hear a nice thunder roll. All right, well, you look at that, just long enough to raise the humidity level up. So, just light sprinkle, everybody's back to work. Well, the water's leaking out in the right spot. That means the drains are going to be coming, they're flowing properly from this side to here. See that hole right there? That's one of the downspouts. So if we've got the downspout up and in place properly, when they get to that point, it's going to come out in the right location. Nice of Mother Nature to do a gutter test for us today. All right, Mr. JoJo has completed the stone cladding around the bottom of the columns. We did go ahead and get some all the way down to the cement, all the way down to the concrete porch level. He's moved on to the bottom row over here by the bay window. So he's going to complete this bottom row here. And our Tinsmiths are back at work. Since it stopped raining, they're going to continue now with the gutter on the front side of the house here. Coming along over top of bedroom 3, Jack and Jill, bedroom 3, and into the dining area. To infinity and beyond. Hey Buzz, look, you're flying. This isn't flying. This is falling with style. All right, it's Yabba Dabba Doo time. Guys are on their way home. Tools are put away. Today was another one of those small steps, make big changes. So we did a lot of small steps today, so nothing really fantastic to go, hey, look at this. But we did get a lot of work going along, getting more further accomplished. Today, the hidden gutters have made it around to where we're only dealing with the front side of the house now. So only the front side of the house has left to get gutters put in on it. The Tinsmiths also brought in the valley gutters. I showed you guys that earlier. So we're going to start seeing that. You also happen to see the color of what the roof is going to look like when it arrives. Hopefully soon. Other than that, a lot of good things going on. Little steps here and there. If y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here, and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon, and God bless. Reach for the sky.